Hi! So, I'm finally filming the Fandoms video! Yay! Oh God, I don't even know where to start. So, Fandoms. Well, I suppose first, I should probably explain how I got into Fandoms. Um, my mom was never the nerdiest person. Like, she's really nerdy now, but like before, she really wasn't. So, like, I don't know, it just kind of happened. I was about, I want to say around kindergarten. My mom started reading me the first Harry Potter book, and she was playing the Harry Potter game, the Sorcerer's Stone one, and it was like on PS1 or 2. So she would watch. I would get to watch her play a level of the game, and then she would go read me a chapter of the book. And I don't know, something about Harry just kind of struck a chord with me. And I think that's really where it all began, is with Harry Potter. I just lost complete focus there. That was terrible. I'm sorry. This quality of this video is not going to be great. Um, so it just started with Harry, and then after that, I want to say probably was Lord of the Rings. The first celebrity crush that I remember having was on Elijah Wood because I wanted to marry him so badly. Like, I don't know what it was, but God, Elijah Wood could marry me. I was in love with him. I said that my boyfriend's name was Frodo. I named my dog Frodo. I don't know. I just loved Elijah Wood. I mean, he's still fairly attractive now. His looks have gone a little downhill. He hasn't aged the best. And he had like this, I don't know, I saw like the cover for a new movie that he's in with Nicolas Cage, and he's got like this weird pedo mustache. Kind of just like, and I'm just like, that would just take that off. And then, from the Lord of the Rings, it just kind of went from there. Around that time, around, kindergarten, first grade, my mom discovered the Twilight books. And you think, oh my god, a 6-year-old Twilight books? No. Well, I've always been a very big reader. I've never had the greatest social skills, and reading was a way for me to keep myself entertained and quiet without distracting or bugging my parents, and made me feel like I had friends, and that sounds downright depressing. So, Fandoms. Okay, so Twilight, 2006, and I went and saw the midnight release of the movie, and I loved the Twilight books. I've read them all. I've owned them all. I don't think I own them anymore. Twilight, looking back, it's not the greatest storyline. The characters are amazing. The world is pretty interesting, but some of it was kind of weird. Glittering vampires, boyfriend who creepily watches you sleep. There are some problems with it. And we're looking back, I realize that now, and I'm not as big of a fan of the Twilight books as I once was. But it's very important that I mention Twilight, because Twilight was what introduced me to fanfiction. 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 Those words created my entire life these past couple of years. My mom, weirdly enough, is the one that got me into fanfiction, and she started reading Twilight fanfiction. And there was a website called Twilighted. That's what it was. Twilighted was the name of the site that I used to read Twilight fanfiction on. And remember, this is I was 7 years old reading Twilight fanfiction. So, reading Twilight and then reading Twilight fanfiction was something that I think really got me into the fandom in general. Harry Potter, at that time, Harry Potter wasn't that big, especially not in the US. let alone Wisconsin. You know, it wasn't as big as it is now. And Twilight at the when the first movie came out was huge, and everybody knew Twilight. And you know that was became sorry. Oh, there's another one right there. Ugh. I hate hormones. So yeah, Twilight is really the biggest fandom I had been in. You know, like the Lord of the Rings had been out for a while, and the books have been out for a really long time, and then the movies had come out. You know, and they're like, yeah, they did okay. Like they were really great movies, excellently shot and everything, but they weren't as big. Like they're bigger now, but no, it was never that big. Like Twilight was the first big fandom I was in. Only, you know, back then we didn't have that cool name fandom. I was just a weirdo who was overly obsessed with books that were written for an age group above me. That sounds really sad. Um, so yeah, I started reading Twilight fan fiction. I was never really that into it, until come about fifth grade. Fifth grade was when I got into the ship video edits. That was around the time that Breaking Dawn, the book, had come out. So I would watch loads of Jacob and Renesmee video edits, and I adored those. Like, there are so many that I used to watch. I just loved those so much. Especially now, I always thought that they were real. Like, I always thought that, like, Taylor Lautner and the girl who played Renesmee were, like, agreed to this. Or that they found a girl to play an older version of Renesmee, and then, like, they agreed to this. And this was just, like, I did never realize, like, now I know that they're just fan video edits. But, like, before, I never realized that that's what they were. This is a really long video, 37 minutes. So yeah, Twilight. So I got into the ship video edits, and then around 7th grade, I started reading Powerpuff Girl fan fiction, and this is when I had first gotten back into fan fiction. Like most of elementary, I kind of like I didn't really read it. I wasn't really into it. I just liked reading my regular books. No big deal. I always wrote stories on the side, you know, little short stories that were no big deal. But then come like 6th or 7th grade, I started reading a lot of Powerpuff Girl fan fiction, which is really sad. It's like it's you know a cartoon, but whatever. And then I started writing fan fiction, and at first it was just ideas, you know, so it's like notes I would scribble down in a notebook, and then be like, okay, the first one I think I ever published on fanfiction.net would be it was probably a Powerpuff Girl fan fiction. I took it down. I have taken down most of my old stories just because they're not the greatest written. But yeah, so then come Twilight. I mean, to Twilight, and then Powerpuff Girls, and then I kind of branched out from there. I started reading Harry Potter fan fiction. Then I started reading Lord of the Rings. And no, that's not true. I've never really read Lord of the Rings fan fiction, you know. And then like I just got exposed to these books and TV shows, and recently got into like comic books and mangas a lot, and I read a lot of those. So I don't know, just there's so many fandoms that I'm a part of. It's kind of hard to keep track of them all, and I don't really want to have a like 30-minute video, so we're just gonna stop here. Maybe there'll be a part two. I think I can do a part two. That'd be pretty cool. So I'm going to see you all later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I was gonna have like a cool one-handed thing that's gonna do for all those, but I just can't just like give it a big thumbs up. Well, don't I mean just give it a small thumbs up. Like just give it a thumbs up. I don't care what size your thumb is. Just give me a thumbs up. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.